welcome to this video. And today I'm really excited to shoot this video, especially because today is the first ever weekend of this term when I'm like relaxed and free to make content for my YouTube. So, yeah, this is the first video I'm recording today, and I'm probably going to record two more today because, yeah, I don't know when I'll be free again. So, yeah. All right. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I made this 6 feet full length self portrait for one of my university art class. And the class was figure drawing. And it's currently my favorite class because I'm learning so much from it. And I'm just having so much fun. So let's get on with it. For those who don't know, I am in my second year right now, and I'm doing Bachelor in Fine Arts. I am majoring in digital media and design. And this term, I have taken four classes, one of which is figure drawing, and this was the first assignment for that class. So let's get on the specifics of what the assignment was. So, a 6 feet self portrait that reveals something about yourself or your context. And that was the basic main idea behind the assignment. Plus, we have to do it, we had to do it um, in the manner of a historical or a contemporary artist. So, who was the artist that I chose? Good question. I chose my favorite artist from history, the Renaissance master painter Caravaggio. And for those who don't know, Caravaggio was a fabulous Renaissance artist, and he was famous for his technique of painting called chiaroscuro. 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 Nah, I don't think I'll ever get it right. Anyways, so chiaroscuro is a technique of painting with dramatic lighting focused on the figure or the subject in the painting. And Caravaggio, he did these amazing historical paintings where his subjects would be illuminated with a single light source, and the backgrounds in his paintings would be like pure velvet matte black, and that would in turn make the lighting seem very intense and dramatic. So I wanted to make this portrait based on that technique. I was really inspired by it, and that was one of the reasons I chose Caravaggio. So for the assignment, we had to research this our chosen artist, and we had to type two pages of a Word document where we would sum up these observations about the artist. We would analyze the three chosen works from the artist, and we would make a plan of our self portrait. What we are going to try to express, what is our concept, and all the things like that. So, and then we also had to make a 30-minute sketch of our whole idea, or like a thumbnail sketch of our final piece. So that was the whole research component of the assignment. Now, I had a lot of things, a lot of challenges come up in the process, and I learned so many things doing on this big size, especially because I have had the habit of working on a small relative size, and the biggest I had worked on before was a 22 by 28 inches paper. Secondly, I learned the importance of the tools and the medium that you use on the type of paper that you use. So, to expand on that, I was using the Dollarama cheap poster board for this because it was very thick, and I had tested it before with charcoal and like on a little piece of paper, and it worked out good. But when I was making this on a bigger scale, um, I had a lot of challenges with charcoal because I realized that not all papers are good for charcoal. And even on one same type of paper, the poster board, when I was rendering some parts, I realized that the charcoal interacts differently on one corner of the paper and it interacts totally different on another part of the paper. So that is one of the biggest things I realized, is that the paper you use must be a good quality paper. Okay, so now let's talk about the concept of this piece. Okay, so firstly, I know what you're wondering. Why is my figure not wearing any shirt or any cloth on the top? And what is that weird position? What's going with that? So to expand on that, what I wanted to go for in this self portrait is to show the vulnerable side, or the times when I'm frustrated, kind of tired, kind of in my personal space, which you can see is a bedroom, and that shows that how the space that I'm in, the surrounding that you are looking at, is a personal bedroom. And what I kind of wanted to get to is, um, I also work part time at a restaurant, at an Indian restaurant, and there's some work into it. I work as a server, so when I usually work in the evenings from 6 to 9:30 ish, or 10, mostly 10. So what happens is, when I come home from the restaurant, I am like super tired. So when I come home from work, I my back is paining, my shoulders are paining from all the lifting trays and stuff. So the figure on the right, or the one in the space, is expressing that feeling of pain and tiredness, and that's what my pose suggests. My one hand is on my shoulder, and my right hand is kind of on my back, and it looks like I'm kind of stretching. I know it's like an awkward pose when you see it for the first time, and that is the reason that it is an awkward pose, because I wanted to express the tiredness aspect to it. So that's the story behind the semi nude figure. Secondly, there is a mirror, and that's kind of showing another figure of myself. And that figure is wearing a suit. He's probably in a space where he's probably in an event, kind of like an opening reception to an exhibition or an art event. And he's happy, he's excited to be there. And yeah, so it's kind of looking back at me. So what I wanted to express is, the figure who's wearing the suit is my future self, and this future self is appearing on a mirror, or as a reflection of my present self. And I think that adds a subtle context of how in my lowest times I look at myself in the mirror, and I tell myself every day that I am going to be a successful artist, and that is a reflection of how I look at myself and my self-esteem. Now, what is the third figure, or picture frame, doing on the left hand side of the of the drawing. So now, as I mentioned before, the figure who's actually semi-nude and standing in the space is actually the present self or the real one, and the one in the mirror, the reflection, is future self. So what I kind of wanted to get is a past self. So this frame, the figure in the frame, was another self portrait that I did last year for my drawing, one of my drawing courses at university as well. And that was kind of very successful portrait, and it has like a big, not a big story, but kind of a good story behind it of how I had to stay up all night to complete it for the submission next day. Now, for the gaze of my figure going on the table and the books on the table, right? So there's a study table on the left, which indicates that I'm a student right now. Um, it has a sketchbook which on which there is kind of a little face drawn very roughly, and that's kind of the reference of my ongoing practice of drawing 1000 portraits in 100 days. And if you have not watched that series or the first episode that is out currently, I will link it in the description. And then beside it is a textbook um, of Caravaggio. It's called Caravaggio, The Art of Realism. So, this is the textbook that I actually used for the research of this assignment. And I think to include these two elements in the piece really adds a reference to the piece and a context to it. And yeah, I think that was all of it. Yeah, I hope you like the piece. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you had fun and kind of got a little inspired about how art school is and how the assignments are and how much work you have to put in, especially the time. But yeah, it's all going to be worth it when you become a successful artist, and you will. See you in my next video.